it compile. So right now, nothing will kind of work for us, so we have to add more before we move up. So go into the AI mover now. So in the AI mover, we're gonna add some stuff as well, and we're gonna need a reference to the AI controller. But as you can see, we cannot find it. It's because we need the using Unity. Oh, sorry, using the RPG dot player AI controller is equal to AI control like that. And then we will say in, let's make a start method. We kind of deleted that. And say the AI control is equal to get component like that. And then we have the update. Let's see, RM, that's fine. And then we have this from last time, and then we're gonna make two actions. The one was chase target, and the other one we talked about making was stop chase target. So in the chase target, we want to say, okay, vector tree target is equal to AI control dot target dot transform dot position, and then we should get component nav mesh agent and set it to destination. What destination? Well, you have to chase that target. And to stop the chase, we're gonna say get component nav mesh agent is stopped. So we actually just gonna stop it and set it to true. And if we never change that back, it will never move again. So that's not so good. So we actually right after just want to say, oh well, we stop, but if you get too close again, then we actually works again. So we also set it to false right after. And then we are going to say navmesh agent is destination. And what should it actually do when it stop chase? Well, we actually wanted to go to something called spawn point dot position. So we want to make like a spawn point. So here in the top, we put in a serialized field. Oh, it actually have to be public transform spawn. Oh, spawn point. So back in the AI controller, we can now put in the chase, which was here. So AI mover dot chase target. Do that. So start to chase. And in here we could say AI mover dot stop the chase. And then we need to go into our project. It is here. And we're just gonna make see if we give any errors right now. We need a spawn point, so let's create an empty object, call it spawn point goblins. Let's just actually do like that and make a new empty, say goblins. Right. Let's see where we want that. Want the spawn point maybe to be something like here, and then on the goblin we have the AI mover and put spawn point. We put this one close to the spawn point, So we start now. Couple of things doesn't work. Like it's just running over here to our target and nothing happens. So one of the things we have to change is that this object is actually not the thing it's gonna chase. So that's just untagged, but it's actually this one. And then we have to go into our scripts and the AI mover. We have this part which we can remove, and then we go back, compile, clear. So now it's standing over there. Say hello. Oh, so there's some variables that is not correct. So aggro error is 15, and now see us. We have to run. Say no, please don't kill us. Run away. Say what? You run away from me. It runs back to the spawn point. I'm like, oh, I want to fight you anyway. Say, well, you want to fight? I run away. I look at him. He turns around. You see when he turns around, it looks kind of weird. So we can actually change that by going into the nav-based agent and put this up to like 5050. So this is how fast he will turn around and accelerate. So let's go close. So, oh, damn, he saw us. So maybe we actually set it a bit too hard. Nah, it's okay. It's better. It's better. It's the first move in. I'm a bit, but I kind of like it. Like it is instant reflex, but you can tweak it as you want it. Okay, so um, let's see. Is there any more thing we can add to it? Um, we have the controller. So if the distance is over the aggro area, this is for instance that actually. But what if the aggro area is really high? Let's say it's 15. Then we let's go quite a long time before it actually stops following us. Actually, maybe it turned something. It's kind of weird. Aggro area and distance chase is like turned around. So if I had this on 500 or 5000, you will instantly start to move towards us. So it looks like we changed something up. So we can clear up the code a bit. We can remove this part. Say if the target is equal to 0, yeah, well then you can start searching for the target. If you found a target, you have to follow it. So all this about finding the distance to player part, you can actually remove that part like that. And I think we have to say chase distance. This is actually aggro area distance like that. So let's call it more like that. And then we say if this to player is then chase distance, uh, distance like that. So if the player is less than chase distance, then we chase target, else we will stop the target. Kind of make more sense that way. So let's see. We have to update some values. Say accurate distance is 15, chase distance is 50. No, maybe 30. And oh, so he's chasing us. Oh, I need to just keep on chasing. But if we do the distance great enough, he will stop chasing. So there we go. But there's one thing I don't like is that we can actually like bug him out and keep get him to run the entire map with us. And of course, it's good exercise, but we need to remove that. So what we can do is like we can say, okay, so if the distance gets too great, we can do this. Um, and if the to let's make a gonna make a new float up here. Say, okay, we have distance to player, but also float and distance to spawn. And we just actually gonna do right about the same down like down here. So say vector tree just distance from AI mover dot spawn point transform transform node position this transform dot position, and then we're gonna say distance to spawn is less than 30. Again, you can keep it as 30, or you can go up and make like an variable, say serialized field uh, distance to spawn point before we set. Hmm, yeah, it can be quite long. So we call it distance spawn point reset. And then we're gonna take that word and stuff it in here. And we can say equals to 30 here, like that instead. Okay, last try, and then I think we are done with this video. Quite long. So let's see. Did we take up the numbers? Yeah. So let's take these a bit down. So there we go. So we're gonna. Oh no, please don't. And then kind of box out. Uh, because it's like if the aggro range and the chase. So I think this one have to be more than 15 actually to not bug out. Yeah. Um, but it kind of works as intended that if he gets too far away from his spawn point, he will turn around. So now we cannot like fool him to run around the entire map with us. So we cannot do, oh, please come with us. And say, come. We're going to a special place. Still get this error here. So lastly, I want to talk about the gameplay flow and bugs and how we're gonna view on it. So if it's something that's game breaking, we have to fix it immediately. If it's distracting the player, we are going to fix it before we move on. If it's poorly executed, which we have many things right now, is we will fix it over the course of time. So we will not fix everything now because then we will never get done. And improvement, something the player might not know, is actually not a bug. It's more like polish, and that is something we will win to the end of the project. So we are focused on these two and saying, okay, one of these two is um, in the project, we need to fix it before moving on. So right now we have two types of bugs. The one bug is that it just ran into us and is like, yeah, never stopping and running into us. And the other bug is if we kill him He is still chasing us. So we actually never said stop chasing on your dead man. You cannot do this. And then we have the problem if we somehow mess these numbers up a bit. So we start the chase. I need to find, there we go. We can get this bug where it keeps every target not a target. So we are within, we are the order distance to the chase point, spawn point, but we are within aggro distance. So we are keeping getting aggro. So that is the three major bugs we'll fix in the next video.